Very good afternoon to you all. Thank you for this random assembly of strangers gathered together to consider property in Christchurch. My name is Daniel Pengelly. I'm going to be your auctioneer here this afternoon. It's my pleasure to be representing Harcourt's Holmwood, and with me I've got Alan Buckingham here, who has been representing the property over the last 3 weeks. A very busy campaign, Alan. 2 weeks. That's how efficient Alan is. He doesn't waste time at all, certainly not on good property like this. Now, to my left we have Nicola Cray. She's one of our managers here. If you have any questions throughout today's proceedings, please wave her over. She's here to assist you. And next to her we have Tony Jenkins. He's actually our top dog here, our managing director. And if you need top tier advice, then please wave him over. He's absolutely happy to help. We've got Amy Graham here on the technical side of things too. Now, I would like to acknowledge our owner this afternoon. Selling a house is not easy. It's very stressful. And I'd just like to say thank you so much for trusting in Harcourt's Holmwood and Alan with your what's often for people their biggest asset. So thank you for your work over the last few weeks. I think we can all agree that the property's been presented immaculately. So to think of the hours spent in the garden, vacuuming, presenting it, certainly no easy feat. So thank you so much. Now to the auction itself, I'll run through a few rules. Now this can be a bit dry, can be a bit boring, but I want us all to be working on the same playing field. So it's a bit different today. We've got a brought forward auction. So our owners have received an offer before auction at an acceptable level. So they've said yes to that. And shortly, once I've got through all the legal parts, I'll announce that number to the room. If I see no bidding, I'm simply going to give you warning, 1, 2, 3, and I'll knock it down at that price. But if I see a bid from that level, we will hold an auction. I will accept any bid that I deem appropriate, which in this circumstance should be almost any of them, and then I'll knock it down at the highest price. So there'll be no vendor bidding, as we have essentially reached the reserve with that acceptable number. If there's any confusion, if 2 of you go at once, look, I'll take the first one that I notice, but if needed, I will simply revert back to the last one that's undisputed, and then we'll just resume from there. I may suggest to you throughout the sums that we raise the bidding in, so I might suggest 1,000, 5,000, but look, really today, it's up to you. You tell me the number and I will count it, and Amy will assist me if I make any mistakes. Right, so no vendor bids, we've got that. You will have been supplied all of the relevant paperwork throughout the campaign. I know it's only been 2 weeks, but Alan was ready to go on day one with the contract, the limb, the title, the contract from which we work. That's been all approved by the Auckland District Law Society and the Real Estate Institute of New Zealand. So the key thing, holding the top bid, when I say 3, 2, 1 and the hammer comes to the lectern, like so. That's what you're aiming for today. When you do that, you're going to join Alan and you're going to sign the memorandum of contract and acknowledge you've received the approved REA guide. You'll arrange the payment of your 10% deposit and fill in the GST information in Schedule 3 if required. Does that all make sense? All what you're expecting? I can see you all, so if you're not nodding, I get worried. Okay, very good. Now, to the property itself, let's just make sure we are all here for the right one. It is number 2 at 6 Chepstow Avenue in Fendleton, formerly described as an estate in cross lease. That's on flat 2, deposited plan 61376 on lot 4, all contained and described on that record of title that Alan and Brian have provided to you throughout the campaign. Settlement that is not far away at all, suggested for Friday the 5th of September 2025, or any other date that you've mutually agreed in writing already with our owner via Alan and Brian. Now that list of chattels, that remains unchanged, and I do take it that you have read and understood further terms in the contract 23 through to 25. You bid, you buy on the basis that you have accepted those here today. Now, the property itself, those are all the formal bits, so keep breathing, keep calm, stay with me. Now, the property itself, now I think we've all obviously been captivated by this property, which is why we've gathered here on a Thursday afternoon. There is a lot to like. For me, it started immediately jumping out of the car. One, I already know I'm in a good suburb, and then of course that landscape drive captured me straight away going, well, what sort of house am I going to get, right? Because this driveway is landscaped to the nth degree. It's beautifully concreted. It's got the concrete edging down at the conifer pillar trees, the camellias, I think they are shaped. And there was not a single weed that I could spot in the garden or between the joining of the concrete and the edging. Everything was done to perfection, and of course that just flows through the whole property. I have to admit that for me it's a classic move to have a house with white walls and wooden trimmed door frames and windows that will always do something to me, and I suspect that it's captured your heart as well. Alan, we were talking when we were there. We felt like this house very much lends itself to adults downstairs, kids upstairs. Obviously that wonderful open plan downstairs around that fireplace at the entrance, and of course that separate lounge, but it's that mezzanine space up above where we could see us sending the kids, whether that's TV, gaming, streaming, whatever they want to do, they send them off upstairs and you can pretty much forget about them, knowing they can't escape so they're safe, but also knowing that they're entertained. You've got wonderful sized bedrooms. I noticed that bedroom downstairs, beautifully placed, that side door straight out there, and that would be my evening, straight out the door into the spa, which I believe is coming with the property today. And I could just imagine in winter, that's pretty much every night. You're just popping out that side door straight into the spa, or maybe you're one of those horrendous people that gets up at 5 a.m. because you're better than everyone else, and that you're just going to start the day getting up, popping into the spa, warming up for the day, and just going out and dominating life. But that's up to you. Look, I know I've talked probably a bit too long. There is just so much to love, beautifully presented, and from what Alan said to me, there's a whole lot of heart and love that's existed in this home. And the amazing thing is, the new owner of this property is in the room right now. We just have to decide which one of you it is. So, the number that you're waiting for is $1,130,000. $1,130,000, and I'm going to sell away at that price unless I see further bidding. 1,140. Jack Marshall working with a potential owner. Good luck to you this afternoon, ma'am, at 1,140. The auction has begun. I give you time to consider. Happy to take any number that you throw at me, as long as it's above the existing one that we already have. 118. Strong entry into the race team. Good luck to you today at 118, 40,000 on top. If I'm not mistaken, that's a bold place for the keys. 1.2. Not put off, sir. This is your reassurance that you're buying well at 1.2. 1.2 here. We are on the market. We're playing for the keys. And I'm selling away here at 1.2. Another 5,000 at 1,205. 1,215. 10,000 on top at 1,215,000. A considered auction for a beautiful property at 1,215. Another 10 at 25. 1,225. 1,235. Another 10 on top at 1,235,000 with you in the driver's seat. How do we respond? 1,250 would be my suggestion. I'd be playing strong at this point, but I will take any number above it. If it's just one, it still gets you in front, but I'd be strong for anybody wanting to make this theirs. At 1,235. 125. Keep following my advice, and you'll be buying today at 125 and straight back, Jack, at 1,260. At 1,260, 10,000 on top. Anybody's welcome at any point. Often some people don't get involved, and they come in with the last final bid to make it theirs at 1,260. Another 5,000 at 1,265 and 1,270 straight back. Strong and confident at 1,270. Happy to take another 5, 1,275, sir, would be my suggestion. Alan's getting in there offering assistance. Haven't forgotten about my other parties, welcome it at any point. At 1,270 here. First call then. At 1,270,000 with you, ma'am. I'm still seeing some thoughts happening. at 1,270. For the second time then. 128. Strong, sir, at 128.10 on top.
129.
At 129. No hesitation there. Direct. I think you've got a very strong plan. At 1,290. 1.3 would be my suggestion. Don't think 1,000 is going to do it at this point. There's a strong bids for good property. And bear in mind, I haven't even mentioned that picture frame TV that's on the wall in the lounge that's coming with it. Last time I tried to look at one of those, I couldn't afford it. That's got to be worth at least 5,000 by itself. At 1,290 here. And I think, Helen, there's a fridge freezer too, isn't there? Also staying. Sir, picture frame TV, fridge freezer, there's $5,000. At 1,290. For the first time, Fort Well, at 1,290 we're here. Second time, even for $500. That will get anybody in the front and I'll sell it to them instead. Second, third and final opportunity. Otherwise I sell over here at 1,290. Are you sure? You've got great taste. You've been strong. Keep working with Ellen and Brian. They'll find you another home. It won't be as good as this one. This one's unique, I think. But at 1,290, it goes. It goes. Sold. Congratulations, ma'am. You've got yourself a new home. Congratulations to our former owner. You've got a few more weeks to enjoy every moment of it. To my other bidders, to my brought forward bidders, thank you so much. Trust the process. If you didn't get this one, it's because something else is meant to be and it's waiting for you. Good luck to you. Thank you so much for joining us here at Harcourts Holmwood. We'll be with you shortly for the paperwork. Have a wonderful week ahead.